You think you've seen a cooking show? Well, imagine one where you don't have to care how long it takes to cook or how many ingredients you get to use. Look at this for a beautiful view in Kerry. Welcome to Treyvaud's Kitchen. Coming up, we've got a beautiful carpaccio of fresh Kenmare Bay scallops with a pink grapefruit salad. Then I'm going to show you a great technique, which is what's known as spatchcocking a chicken, and we're going to make a great family dish of beautiful wraps, salads, little garnishes. Then afterwards, I've got quite possibly one of my most favorite starters out there. It's a beautiful pan-fried quail with a lovely salad of char-grilled gem lettuce. That's right, I'm going to grill gem lettuce for you right here. And to finish it all off, we're going to take a beautiful take on a risotto with a little bit of Treyvaud style. We're going to do it lovely with a bit of white chocolate, a bit of mascarpone cheese, a bit of cream. You're going to love it. So let's get started, guys. We're going to go straight in with our beautiful carpaccio of Kenmare Bay scallops. So carpaccio basically means a raw, thinly sliced, whether it be beef, whether it be scallops or anything at all like this. But I just want to show you. Here we have what's known as the coral of our scallops. So we're just going to take that off because there is one rule with scallops. You must use the coral. None of this throwing it in the bin nonsense. It's a beautiful dish. Okay, so we just put this here. But first of all, what I want to show you guys is I'm going to get our bacon into our oven. I'm going to make bacon powder. Trust me, when you see this, guys, it's so damn good. We're going to be putting it on our cornflakes in the morning. So a little bit of streaky rashers. And basically what we want to do is we want to put it into the oven or under the grill and cook it out so it's nice and crispy. We're going to pat off all the excess oil that comes out of it, and then we're going to blitz it in our little machine to make a bacon powder. It's absolutely fantastic. It's very important that we cook it nice and crispy and pat off all the oil, but you'll see that now. So straight into the oven. So what we want to do is now we want to basically just going to segment our grapefruit, okay? So this is very simple. So top and tail, again, good sharp knife, guys. It's the most important thing to have in your kitchen. And we're just going to come around like this, and it doesn't matter if you see a little bit of the juice and of the flesh inside on the skin, don't worry, because we're going to squeeze that off into the dressing, into the pan for the salad. And take your time with this if you're doing it at home. Yeah, beautiful. So throw this into my little bin I have here underneath, and we're going to see exactly what we're looking for. So there's a little bit of membrane. It's the same in the orange. We're just going to put it straight down, and that's exactly what we're looking for, guys. If you see there's a little bit more of the white pith, just take that off. It's a little bit bitter. You don't want that really in the salad. So just take your little time just to clear it all off. So here's the star of the show, is the beautiful scallops. As I said, guys, these are king scallops. It's two different types of scallops. There's the king and the queen. And the queen scallops are a lot smaller. So we want to use the king scallops for this dish. So we're just going to cut it really nice and thin or finely. Just and so we have it like this. And this, as I said, was just taken out of the water this morning. It's absolutely stunning. Now, if you want to practice a little bit on your knife skills, freeze them for about maybe say 10 minutes just to make them a little bit harder, and that way it'll be easy for you to slice them straight through. And for this, I'm going to make it kind of family style. So a nice big portion that I can bring straight to the table and everybody can tuck in. So what we want to do is we want to leave a little bit of a gap on the inside where our salad's going to go. A lot of people say to me, you know, what can I do to make it look like a restaurant food? It's never the same. Just take a little extra minute. You're halfway there to impressing your guests straight away. So we see how we have that now. We're going to build it up just a little bit. Turn over the board so we're working on a nice clean surface again. Now, great tip, one of Treyvaud's top tips. Every time you're cooking, guys, put a little damp J-cloth underneath the board. It just stops it from sliding all over the place. Perfect. Everything flying here now. We've got our beautiful scallops ready to go. And now we're going to get our little bit of coral or our roe and our little bit of pink grapefruit. So just put a little bit of light heat on under first of all. I've got big pans so you can see what's going on as well, guys. So we're just gonna put the grapefruit segments in. First, just here on the far side. And as that comes up to temperature, the natural sugars in the grapefruit is gonna start caramelizing. And you can listen, that's what you want, a little bit of a sizzle coming through. So, and it's only a few, guys. It's just to get a nice little bit of color and a nice little bit of flavor. And you can kind of forget about these for about 30 seconds or so, which is great. Now, inside with our coral, again, it's only to use it up, and it's just a little bit of extra flavor that's coming in. Straight in to our pan, and you'll see that these literally take seconds. So just push them out a bit. And because we're using baking powder, we're only gonna season with just a little bit of pepper. And while that's cooking, we're gonna blitz the rest of our baking powder and get that ready. Cooking is fun, guys. Bring the kids in, bring the family in, have a little bit of a laugh in it, okay? So, look at our little bits of coral there. Now we're gonna introduce just a little bit of butter into it. That's our little sesame oil. That's gonna be part of our dressing into it as well. Beautiful. Look at that. And this is the butter. Absolutely perfect. Now, would you believe that's it done already? It is that quick. So now we're just gonna mix in our grapefruit, in with our coral, turn off our heat. Remember, we don't need to put salt into that because we've got our little bit of baking powder. And the last thing I have here is, guys, just a little bit of rocket, just for a little bit of color. Again, a little bit of sesame oil, a little dash of walnut oil. Again, it's just for flavors, and we are pretty much ready to serve up already. Now, let's go. So this goes right into the middle of our scallops. And it's just really weird how it works, you know, the cooked grapefruit, the cooked coral, the raw scallops. It's a big play on textures and food. That's plenty on that. So a little bit of baking powder onto the scallops. Absolutely beautiful, the saltiness of that. Cooked in real time, only a few minutes. And again, think garnish. Just a few bits of rocket around just to bring up the little bit of color. Look at this. And if you're doing it for one, all you need is 2 or 3 scallops, guys. It is that simple. So the last thing, guys, just a little bit of garnish just on top, a beautiful fresh piece of dill. And would you believe, that's the finished dish, lads. It's a beautiful carpaccio of fresh scallops with a fantastic pink grapefruit and coral salad, and a little bit of baking powder. Trust me, this is fantastic. You're gonna love it. Spatchcocked chicken. What is that, you say? Well, it's very simply, we're gonna remove the backbone of this bad boy, but I'm gonna take it up one little bit level a bit more. I'm gonna show you how to take out the rib cage too. Why? Because when we're carving it later on, it's gonna be so much easier. So the age-old question is, well, what chicken do we use? It's as simple as this. As far as I'm concerned, you use the best chicken that you can afford, okay? Organic or one from a supermarket, but if you're using it for the first time, go with the supermarket one because you're only learning. So you don't want to make a mess of a big organic chicken that costs whatever it costs. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use the scissors for this purely for one reason and one reason only, is because it's easier for you if you've never done it before. If you're using with a knife, it could slip. So we're going to use the scissors, and here's the backbone. That's literally what we're taking out in the first go. So what I do is I just turn it over and we go down either side of it with a little snip like that. So good sharp scissors. So we go right down the middle of the backbone. Again, this is the bog standard way of spatchcocking, but we're going to take it to the next level afterwards. So we go right to the end, see how easy that is. And now what we do is we just go the other end. Think of your spine, it's the exact same on the chicken. So straight down, good sharp scissors, and we go straight down. Look at that. If we have a look inside here, we'll see what's known as the rib cage, basically, of the chicken. We're gonna take that out because it makes it so much easier for carving. So think of the chicken like this, guys. The rib cage is coming down pretty much at a 45-degree angle like that. So bear that in mind. So we're gonna start off by bringing the knife in and we're coming straight down and follow the bone structure. Same on this side. Follow the bone, put your knife in against the bone, and we're gonna start working up 45-degree angle. A little bit fidgety, but we'll get there. So take your time. Now, you know at Christmas time, when you're doing the old wishbone in the turkey, it's the exact same in the chicken. Straight down. Look how easy this is. Cut through the end of the wishbone here. And how difficult was that? There we go. That's the entire rib cage taken out of the chicken. Would you believe that's the difficult part over? So throw our little chicken. Look, we've basically taken a skeleton out. We've left the leg bones in, a little bit of flavor in that. But there we go. That's what the chicken looked like. And that's him spatchcocked. So put him up onto the plate here. Clean up our knife and flip over the board. Now, so all I'm going to do now is get our roasting tray ready. And this is so easy. So we got a little bit of olive oil or sunflower oil. Don't get too caught up about the oils that we're using, or rapeseed oil, okay? And we're putting in whatever, maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. We don't like to measure things in this cooking show. Use your eye and use your head. Now we've got a little bit of our sweet chili sauce, because after all, it's a sweet chili spatchcock chicken. So a little bit of sweet chili sauce. And I use dry herbs all the time. Do you know why? I love the flavor, first of all, but second of all, you can get them all year round. So this is just like mixed herbs or Italian seasoning or oregano, something like that. And we just put in a good pinch. Nothing difficult at all. Now, crack the black pepper in. And this is a real family favorite here in my house, because the kids can come in and this is the bit that they love. They get to give the chicken a massage. So get your hands in there, work it all around, get it inside to the cavity as well. Just throw our chicken here. We're gonna slice a lemon, put underneath, because when the chicken is cooking in the oven, the steam from this is going to rise up and we're going to give it a beautiful lemon scent onto the chicken. So just top and tail your lemon here. Very simple. And we're just going to throw that underneath. And we get our little rack. And we see we've got our lemon here underneath. Chicken on top. One last thing, because there's only one way to season food, guys. It's with flaked rock salt. Only use flaked rock salt when we're cooking. I tell you why. Because when they go in and take all the good salt out of the caves, all that's left is the dust on the ground. So use the proper good flaked rock salt. The concept of this is that we're going to put the chicken on the board, we're going to bring it to the table, and everybody carves a little bit of chicken and puts whatever they want into the wrap. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. Beautiful. You're now going to see why exactly we did what we did by taking out the rib cage and everything, because it's going to make life so much easier for us. So, you know what we're going to do? Now, work with me now for a sec, guys. We're going to try and get this. Oh, yes. Right onto our board. Oh, man, that is absolutely fantastic. Now, right, watch what we did, right? Here, we took out the rib cage, which means we can go straight down and there's no bone. So now it's really simple to carve. Now you know why we did it. Make it burrito style, make it wrap style, make it whatever style you want. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, got 2 more amazing recipes. Beautiful roast quail, fantastic. And the most incredible white chocolate risotto you're ever gonna see. Forgive me, I'm just gonna have a little bite. See you in a few. One of my most favorite starters ever is this beautiful pan-fried quail dish. It's so simple, it's ridiculously simple. There's 3 or 4 ingredients. We got a beautiful pan-fried quail with a lovely char-grilled gem lettuce, a bit of shallots, and God only knows what else I'm gonna throw in along the way. There it is on the board, because I keep forgetting myself. So let's get stuck in straight away. I'm gonna show you how to butcher a quail. Nearly every single bird or fowl has the exact same anatomy. So when you know how to do one, you know how to do them all. So let's have a little look. Here's our little quail. Open them up. Now, huge difference with quail, very important. It's a bit like pigeon in the sense we don't cook it all the way through. So we normally cook this medium, absolute maximum. We want it pink inside in the middle. Not like chicken that we've got to cook it the whole way through. So let's have a little look at these guys right here. Their wings, they're so small, they're no good to us. So we take off the little tip of the wing just to get rid of that. And now, exactly like a chicken, look, pull it open so we can see exactly what we've got. I'm going to change over here, boning nut. Let's go straight down here and just pull it apart, and we go right in underneath. There we go, one little leg. Do the same, it's the exact same, cut through the skin, pull it open like so, and we go straight through, and we go 2 little legs straight off. Okay, now the breast, exactly like the chicken. A little breastbone coming right through the middle, okay? And we're gonna go right down the side of this. Again, it's like at a 45-degree angle. We put it right through here, and there we go. One fantastic breast of quail off. Get the skin on like that. Exact same, the other side, straight down, 45-degree angle. Again, it's all about knife skills, it's all about practice, and it's all about getting confident in the kitchen when you're cooking. So straight down, there's a little wishbone here, straight through, straight off the bone, and there we go. That's how easy it is to butcher a quail. Okay, so let's do a few more. We go nice and fast. Flaked rock salt all the time, none of the other muck. Flaked rock salt, it's what brings out the flavor. There are 3 types of seasoning, in my opinion, for food. Salt, pepper, and acid, like lemon juice or vinegar. Everything else is a flavoring. It adds to the flavor. But proper seasoning is what brings out the flavor in the food that we're cooking. We're gonna turn on the other pan here as well. Now, so our pan is coming up to temperature. The oil is nice and hot. It might spit a little bit. Very important, guys. Always presentation side down first. Okay, so we're putting this skin side down first. That's what we want, is that sizzle. If you don't get that, I know they say it all the time in these cooking shows, it's because the pan's not hot enough, and it's gonna start stewing as opposed to frying and get that crispiness, which is exactly what we want. Now, put them all inside here. Look at that, 3 of these will fit in very nicely. And the last guy, we'll put him in right there. Bit of rock salt, again. And a little bit of the pepper. Again, now we've seasoned both sides. That's what's important, okay? Let's flip over the board. Perfect. And we're gonna talk about the gem lettuce. So the gem lettuce is more of a salad. So what we're gonna do is change the oil, a little bit, maybe sesame oil or walnut oil or something slightly different. Just put it in like so. And we're gonna basically just cut right down the middle. You see here, this is important. Keep that piece in, keep the root in so that it stays intact. Perfect. Same with this one. Nice. Now, you're all gonna think I'm mad, but food talks to you. It's saying we're almost there, so pay attention to what's going on in the pan. And if you're not sure, just have a little pick up and check. You wanna get a nicer golden color on it. So another 30 seconds and we're good. And now we're just gonna press this right down into our pan. Lovely. And basically, just give it a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth, and just to seal it off, just a little bit. It seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Like kind of frying a bit of lettuce. But trust me, it works. Perfect. All in the pan. Let's have another little look at our quail. Now we've got the color. That's exactly what we're looking for. So start turning them all over. Absolutely fantastic. Mind your fingers as well. It is hot. Again, nothing difficult yet, is there? It's all pretty much straightforward. And if you're really worried about it, guys, just ask your butcher to cut the quail up for you as well. Now, so get your shallots ready. You telling me you don't have time to cook? How long is this taking me? Literally minutes. Pick up your shallots. Just sprinkle them in there. So we turn off the heat, and that will continue to sizzle away. And now my most favorite thing in the world of food is a little knob of butter. So we just put that straight in. And this all helps make the kind of the dressing and the salad. Give it a nice. Look at that. And just that beautiful richness of flavor. How are we looking over here? What am I looking for? Tongs. Let me see those tongs. Flip them over. Look at that, guys. Look at that for beautiful color here, right? That's exactly what we're looking for. And we're gonna turn the heat off on that as well now, because would you believe we're almost ready to serve. Now, didn't take too long. You know what we'll do? We'll just put that one there and turn that one off. Do you know what? A little bit of soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce. We'll have a look what's in the, yeah, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, because I think it's gonna work nice. Just a couple of drops. Look at this, guys. That is quail. How do I know when the quail is cooked? Touch it. Don't be afraid to touch the food. Don't be afraid, even better still, guys, don't be afraid. Cut one open, okay? Because you're trying, you're learning, you know, this is the first time you've done it. You want to see have you done it right. So have a little cut through that. Look at that. Absolute perfection. Pink in the middle, medium rare. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we're on track and we're looking good. What do we do now? Absolute fantastic. You know what we'll do? Here. Let's bang it all in together. Oh yeah. Perfect. The money shot for the director. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going straight onto the plate to serve up. So put it straight into the middle. Look at this. Look at this. Turn the plate as you go in. Look at this. Look at this. It's simple. It's 3-4 ingredients. It's what the show's all about. Cooking food, having fun. Here we are. Look at a little bit of a garnish there. And a little bit of a garnish there. And a little bit of a garnish there. Absolutely perfect. Sprinkle on salt just to finish it up. And as I took into my little bit of quail, the director is going to show you a beautiful shot of a quail flying by outside the sea. While the director is still off trying to find a picture of a quail flying by, the night is closing in and we're going to finish off with the most amazing take on a risotto. Risotto with a dessert? Can it be done? Of course it can. That's how easy it is. We're going to make a nice vanilla stock with milk. Both pans on, very, very low heat. Got some beautiful fresh milk. That's just going in. And that's instead of our chicken stock or veg stock or fish stock. I haven't a clue how much is in there. Plain, simple, granulated sugar. A vanilla pod. And you've seen this 1,000 times down the line, guys, okay? How to make your get the seeds out of the vanilla pod. So we'll pop that in. Waste nothing, so throw that in. There's loads of flavor in that. Little bit of knob of butter. Rice, or risotto rice, and I'm using like just the normal arborio rice. You can use just normal long grain rice if you want, but this is beautiful. A handful per person, okay? And we're gonna start coating the rice. Mix in the vanilla pods with the sugar and the milk. Coat all the risotto, the arborio rice, with a little bit of melted butter. Don't put too much sugar into the stock at the moment. We can always add a little bit more in. Lovely, you can see the steam coming out. That's the exact temperature that we want the stock at. just at a nice gentle simmer. And now it's as simple as making risotto. So we're gonna pour in a ladle of our stock. Just taste it, okay? Now we want it a little bit al dente, but not too hard. So let's go in with a little bit more of our stock. Let's grate up a little bit of our chocolate. Don't worry if you've got too much stock in there, because a little bit of chocolate powder into that, it's the best hot chocolate you're gonna have. We're gonna finish it up with a little bit of plain, simple pouring cream. Put in 2 tablespoons, bang that in for the rest of your hot chocolate. A little bit of mascarpone cheese. And again, this just kind of thickens it up and makes it so lush. If you feel it's getting too hot now at the moment, drop the heat, okay? Our white chocolate, keep a little bit back for a garnish. Give it a nice little stir. This stage, turn off the heat. The residual heat is enough in there to melt that chocolate. And let's plate her up. And what a way to finish a show. The night's coming in. It's time to go to bed. I should have done this in my dressing gown. It's a white chocolate risotto with a few fresh raspberries. It's that simple. Come back next week. There's plenty more in the can. You're gonna love it. This is Treyvaud's Kitchen.